On today's church.ag Q&A show, encoding appliances, network video, black rectangles, and duplicating ProPresenter songs. Hi, and welcome again to the church.ag Q&A show. This is the show where every week I answer your church tech questions. My name is Paul Allen Clifford. Our first question today comes to us from Alvaro Melgar on YouTube in response to my video live streaming what is encoding and how do you do it. He writes, "Hi, buying that box, do I need those streaming providers?" Now, I believe that the box he's referring to is the Teradek VidiU, which is wide open. So, no. You can use YouTube, you can use Facebook. There is a glitch with one of the models of the VidiU that may have been fixed by now, but in the past it didn't allow Facebook Live to work on it, but they were working on fixing that. So, just double check that. But if the streaming provider can use regular RTMP, I'm blanking on the acronym. If the streaming provider can just do the regular real-time media encoding, then yeah, it should work perfectly fine and you don't need to use a computer. So I think in general, I recommend that as a solution. If you're going with churchstreaming.tv, they've got the Churchstreamer that works. The Boxcaster works well with Boxcast, but doesn't work well with anything else. Ustream has a box that works fine with them, but not with anything else. So just check before you buy, because you never know, you might change your mind, etc. So just keep that in mind. Next, in response to my article, VGA, DVI, or HDMI, how do you connect your church projector? Jim on Church Mag asks, "Hi Paul, thanks for the feedback. My church hired a guy to set up a video system in our church where they can supply different videos to multiple TVs throughout the church. I was able to test and verify that the video transfer devices are network devices. I understand that this is a type of system they use in sports bars with all those TVs. The audio was coming straight out of the speaker jack on the laptop when I got there. Apparently they were using a Mac computer which didn't carry the audio over the HDMI port. Well, you can. It's just a setting. But anyway, testing with the Windows computer, the audio on the projector was in sync and the video being displayed, but delayed about half to 3/4 of a second from the computer display. Both projectors have been in sync on all tests, even though they have their own network to HDMI device. The solution is to use a computer that carries audio over the HDMI port. Set a network to audio source. This might be network to HDMI, not audio, not sure. Next to the soundboard to supply audio to the soundboard audio to match the projectors." Okay, I think I get what you're saying. Basically, there is a delay when you come out of the HDMI. There's a sync issue with HDMI versus the audio when you're running through these network devices. So that is to be expected. There's going to be some lag in a network device. So in general, I'd recommend either not using a network device. You know, it's fine if it's a pre-recorded video and if it's half a second off. If you can get that in sync, that's fine. The problem comes when you try and do something live. When you're doing IMAG and the pastor's talking and moves his or her hand up and on the video it's still down. That's a bit of a problem, especially when they're talking and their lips don't match what your ear is hearing. It's a bit of a problem. So If you're never going to do iMag, then your solution would work, just going that way, or using a device to remove the audio from the HDMI signal and send that into the soundboard. That would probably work as well. There's several solutions. I'm just always concerned when you introduce delay into a system. If you've got video coming over a satellite dish and it's half to 3/4 of a second off, how's anyone ever going to know unless they're watching the video directly on the satellite dish? They're not. That's way too fast for them to get somewhere else that has a satellite and watch that. So that's no big deal in a sports bar. But in a church, when you're playing the video, if the source of the video is live, that's a problem. So that's basically what my concerns are. So just keep it in mind and go from there. Next, Sarah Wrong on YouTube asks, all I ever want is to put a black rectangle on the background, on a video background, but when I click on the slide, the rectangle disappears. Now I have to paste the rectangle on every slide to make the text more visible on this particular motion background. I really don't want to do this. So let me tell you how you do it. What you want to do, instead of pasting it on each slide individually, that you're right, that's too much work. Happily, in ProPresenter 4, 5, and 6, they have this great feature called templates. So I think you're using Pro 6. What I would do, make it the way that you want it. Then right-click on it and set it as a template. Now just apply it to the entire song and you're done. Next time you want to change that up, maybe instead of a black rectangle, maybe you want a circle. No problem. Just create a similar template, apply the template to everything, and you're done. So templates are your solution, and of course I've got a tutorial on how to do that in ProPresenter. Finally, Stephen Kruger asks, good morning, Paul. This was via email, by the way. I have a quick question. I would like to copy our church's data setup to my home trial system. My aim is to develop the next service presentation on my home ProPresenter 6 instance, then extract the data and restore on the church machine. Is that doable? And if so, how would I go about it, please? Well, it's actually pretty simple. With songs, they are dedicated files on the hard drive. So you go to the ProPresenter directory, and there will be a folder in there, in the ProPresenter 6 directory, that has all the songs with, and this is with Pro 5 and Pro 4 as well. It was a database in Pro 3, but they switched it in Pro 4. Anyway, it'll be a folder with every song as an individual item. So an individual document. So you can just copy that thing wholesale onto a thumb drive and then put it on the exact same spot on your home computer. That'll do it on the songs. On the videos, you can find where those are located. If you've let ProPresenter organize your media, then they all should be in one place as well, and you can just put them in the same place, re-import them if necessary. Now, when you create the presentation before church, make sure you export it as a ProPresenter bundle. Bundle is what you want. That way it will put everything in there. So if for some reason you have already deleted a background or something, no big deal. Just it'll do it there. Double check it just to make sure that you don't have any problems. But basically what I would do is I'd export the Pro 6 bundle, put that on the thumb drive, or send it through Dropbox or what have you, and also take the media with me, just on the off chance something gets corrupted. Probably won't happen. You probably won't need it, but better safe than sorry. So those are the steps that I would take in your situation. So how about you? I've answered the questions about ProPresenter templates and encoding boxes and all about just exporting ProPresenter media, etc. But that might not have been your question. If it wasn't, just leave your question below the video. That's perfectly cool. If you're listening to the audio, head over to trinitydigitalmedia.com and leave a comment there, and I'll be sure to get it. Until next time, go out and change eternity. This is Paul Allen Clifford with trinitydigitalmedia.com. Hey, on your way to going out to change eternity, I want you to do this one quick little thing. Just take a second, click subscribe, and then click on the little bell icon to get notifications so that you can find out when these videos are posted and enter the contest that I'll have within the first 24 hours.